Hello and welcome back to the Golden Age of DC Comics 365 Days, where I'm going through this well-loved coffee table book that was given to me about 2 decades ago by one of my best friends. It has been surfing my coffee tables ever since. It's well-read, well-loved, and I thought it would make great content to talk about comic books every day and for the rest of the year. So I'm using the book for its intended purpose, a page a day. And what are we going to find out today in the golden age of DC Comics? Just to let you know that the golden age of DC Comics runs from 1938 until 1955. Funny pages were obviously before that in newspapers, such as in 1924, Little Orphan Annie came out, like 1921, Gasoline Alley. So the comics in sequential art in the storytelling form been around since for about 100 years now, and it's a great way to look at American history and the history of the publication trade as well. And what goes better with a coffee table book? Well, coffee talk and some good coffee, freshly brewed, globally curated and freshly roasted. Oh, that's a good cuppa. Today is April 9th. And let's see who we've got today. Okay. We got a couple of firemen. We got a ghost. And we've got this one panel. Let me go. Got to die. It's the witch's curse. I don't know. Is this person struggling with feelings of self-deletion? You know, to be honest with you, let's talk about that for a second. If you are in need of help, reach out to your doctor, your primary care physician, if you have one. Ask for a referral, and then make sure that the referral that you get is compatible with whatever insurance you have. There's nothing worse than getting bounced by a well-meaning therapist because you had incompatible insurances. Been there, done that. Live and learn, kid. But today is April 9th, and this is art by Al Bryant from Hit Comics number 36, the summer of 1945. Let's read the blurb. Kid Eternity, who has the power to summon anyone from the past to help him, calls on Atlas and Prometheus, then travels into the past himself to free this poor fellow from a witch's promise that he will die in a fire. The kid and his otherworldly sidekick, Mr. Keeper, didn't spend much time in bygone days. However, for not even they had the power to change history. Originally published by Quality Comics, Kid Eternity was eventually acquired by DC, who began publishing a different character under the same name in 1991. And this is the kid. This is the kid with his ghostly Mr. Keeper. I'm going to read the wiki real quick from to catch you up with who is Kid Eternity. Kid Eternity was Quality Comics. That was the house of Shazam Comics. And Kid Eternity is a fictional character premiered in Hit Comics number 25, written by Otto Binder. He was the creator of Captain Marvel. All of Quality's intellectual properties were sold to DC in 1956. And this character may have been based on the 1941 movie Here Comes Mr. Jordan, in which a prize fighter dies too soon in a plane crash and is given a new life by a celestial guide. Let's see. The kid was originally a nameless boy who remembered being called Kid by his grandpa. He was killed when a U-boat sank his grandfather's fishing boat during World War II. But due to a supernatural mix-up, he was killed 75 years too soon. It's similar to the plot of the 1941 film Here Comes Mr. Jordan. To rectify the error, the kid was brought back to life for another 75 years with the mission of upholding good in the world. He was given the power to summon any good historical or mythological figure or animal by saying the word eternity, as well to use the same word to make himself material or immaterial and invisible. The kid was further assisted on his duties by the clerk who made the error, Mr. Keeper, and he is sometimes shown summoning fictional figures like Jean Valjean or Jean Valjean or the witches in Macbeth. And speaking of the 1991 reboot, I got it right here. I got it on the cheap at a comic book shop. And it's actually got a... How do we hold this? Okay, that one's in the middle. Okay. We ready for this? It's a triptych cover. Triptychs are 3 different images that come together to make one image. Oh, we're doing this horribly, Sully. But you get the gist of it, don't you? Yeah. So this was the... That's the 3 covers together, which in 1991, DC was, actively trying to use its, properties. And before that, you had in 87, you had Howard Chaykin's reintroduction of the Shadow, to be followed up by Andy Heffler and Kyle Baker's amazing run in the Shadow. I've got actually... I bought the entire run on eBay. I love this. It's then we had the Sandman by Neil Gaiman, and then following that we had Kid Eternity. Now this was a newcomer in the late 80s. His name was Grant Morrison, and Grant is one of the most influential writers of the 2000s, and he does really, really good superhero stories, in my humble opinion. This one though is a bit out there. It's everything the late 80s was. It's over the top. It's mature. It's got this was a funny book for grown-ups. Okay, it had a $4.95 cover price. No ads though. There are no ads. It's got this cardstock cover. It's got these like really big quality, tough quality pages. It's got like a square back binding. And no staple, and yeah, no ads. But it's got this, this art style it was modern, it was mature, it was violent. It was it wasn't made for small children, and it's suggested for mature readers. Yeah, see right down here. Yeah, and it's in a couple of years before that, Grant Morrison burst onto the scene with his Arkham Asylum, A Serious Place on Earth, which was a Batman original graphic novel that had this, same splashy kind of moody art. Like it wasn't like inspired by pop culture or the pop art, of like clean lines. It was kind of abstract and it was meant to be that way. It was meant to be for the growing comic book fan that was growing up and wanted something a bit more mature. And so Arkham, I had Arkham Asylum, and it was a hardcover comic book. It cost $20, I think, at the time. I thought it was gonna be one of these like investments. It might be today. I don't have it anymore. But I still have this book after all these years. And we love talking about comic books here, and we are going to be talking about comic books every day for the rest of the year. So tune in tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern US, and we'll find out who we're talking about then. It's the April 9th page. We were talking about Kid Eternity, and hopefully today, too, it's being April 9th, I'm going to be at the Wicked Comic Con down at the Seaport, the Westin Boston Seaport District. From 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. on April 9th is the Wicked Comic Con Boston. and it's one of 3 Comic-Cons I'm going to this year. I might have a friend or 2 coming with me, and we might be in cosplay. If you're interested in meeting up with us at a quick meetup or a cup of coffee or something, or maybe even supper, hit me up in the comments section or on Twitter. And we can make plans to meet up. If we can make plans to cosplay, I would love that. Yeah, so I'll be at the Wicked Comic-Con, April 9th. Probably not too early though, because the earlier you go, the less people you see, and there's only so much walking around you can do. But I'll definitely be there in the afternoon and early evening, and hopefully with some friends, and hopefully with you. Hopefully you're tuned in and you're going to be like, yes, I want to go to a Comic-Con. I want to see other people. I want to be geeky. I want to be with Captain America. I could dress up as Captain America. You know that. 80-minute. I got a full cosplay. I haven't done that since 2015. I'll also be going to the Connecticut Connecticon July 15th, 16th, and 17th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I'll be meeting up with other YouTubers down there. Also, there's going to be a bigger Boston Comic-Con in August, so I'll keep you in tune for all of those. So yeah, if you're interested, come down to the Wicked Boston Comic-Con and hit me up. I'll let you know when I'm there. Like and subscribe if you could be so kind. I make spiritual content. I'm an ordained minister, an amateur theologian. I make gratitude lists, and I make spirituality videos. So tune in for that. I'm a professional chef. I make cooking videos. I want to share with you cooking hacks so you can make delicious, nutritious, and beautiful food. And as always, I make daily content. We're going to be talking about comic books every day for the rest of the year. I love saying that, and I love talking about comic books. And if you miss those comic book shop conversations, you've tuned into the right place. So hopefully one day I can earn your subscription and turn on the notifications. Yeah. Thank you so very much. Good luck. Namaste. God bless. See you tomorrow.